For more than a decade, the so-called Great California Exodus has been seeing residents leave our state, mostly because of the high cost of living. The pandemic only made it worse with the rise of remote work. Hundreds of thousands of people heading to places like Washington, Idaho, and especially Texas. But as Max Darrow explains, plenty of folks are now bucking the trend and making their way back to the Bay Area.
Gonna work?
There were a lot of reasons why Allison Hallis was excited to move to California.
All right.
The weather was one of the top ones, which has made her daily walks with her pup Whiskey much more enjoyable than they were when she lived in Texas.
I always wanted to take him on daily walks. We'd get into a habit of it, you know, for a couple weeks, the weather'd be great, and then it would be pouring down rain, tornadoes, ice, 100-degree humidity.
Hallis and her family now live in Pleasanton. They moved here from outside of Dallas at the beginning of the year.
We fell in love with the area.
She says even though the cost of living was a bit intimidating, her family was ready for a change. So she found a job at a tech company in San Jose, took it, they sold their house in Texas, and headed west.
Everything happened so fast, but it all fell into place like it was just meant to be.
The typical reaction they got back home when they made the decision to leave.
What? You're moving to California? Everybody's moving here.
The California Exodus is a story we've heard for years now, and even though it is starting to slow down, it is still ongoing. New numbers from the Census Bureau show that California lost about 102,000 residents to Texas from 2021 to 2022. However, the numbers also show that California gained more residents from Texas than from any other state. About 42,000 people.
We're definitely still losing more people than we're gaining, but it's eased.
Abby Royce is a senior research manager with the Bay Area Council Economic Institute. One reason why she thinks this is happening.
You know, this strict enforcement from employers working in office in person, at least some of the time or full time, was a major contributor.
That plus,
and it's not just workers returning; it's new jobs being created in some of these, burgeoning industries like AI. The Bay Area remains sort of this epicenter of innovation when it comes to tech.
To Hallis, it was a bigger picture move.
It's very inclusive. People do think of the environment, the diversity. I love it. I love meeting people from different backgrounds. So it's not just, about like race and religion, but it's all kinds of different people in all different aspects of life.
There's no question they'll always be proud to be from Texas. But Hallis says one thing has become clear.
We're happier. And I feel like we fit in more to the cultural environment here in California.
A new California chapter for a family from the Lone Star State.
Welcome. Now, she says access to public transit here is much better than where she lived in Texas, and that's good for her because California's gas prices are about $2.20 higher than the average gallon in Texas.